Hello everybody, welcome back to Global Spec Racing. We are here for race 5 of the Tier 1 season at Zandvoort. First ever race at Zandvoort for GSR in Tier 1 for these drivers. Confidence probably through the roof for some of these guys. I am PIRA Bianchi. This is my second time today going solo. I'm not a big fan of this at all. I'm probably going to hate it by the end of it. And I've changed the title this time, so it is correct. But as you join us, it is currently a Ferrari powered engine 1, 2, 3. With Brute Gorgon, Scratty Rat, and Aero Cobra taking up the top 3 spots. Let's see, Scratty going to the pits on his in-lap. P at Probably Magic, currently up 3/10 on his lap. Sector 2, we'll see how he improves. It's 4/10. That'll put him right behind his teammate KDX Breyer. Penultimate corner, very easy to invalidate there. Keeps it clean though. Coming out the final corner, DRS enabled. He moved right ahead of his teammate actually. P9 for Probably Magic. Right ahead of KDX Breyer. Elias LG 15 making his second start of the season. Hasn't had the best of luck after his first one at Hungary, colliding in turn 1. 2/10 up right now. He'll remain P13 with that lap. Yellow sector. I believe someone might be letting someone by. Luck was 3/10 up. Assuming he's invalid, he was. Currently, Elias is the only one we're focusing on for a lap right now. 1/10 up, that is still not going to be enough to move up any positions right now. Maybe he lost most of his time in the penultimate corner, which is very easy to mess up and invalidate as well. And Scotty's disqualified for going the wrong way. He was parked. He spun off right there where Elias just passed. But anyway, coming up the final corner for Elias, he will remain P13, 4/10 back from GSR Pluto, last weekend's winner in P12. And I think some of these people are on their in-laps right now. I think Aero Cobra is on a flyer right now, though. As hoping to make it a Ferrari 1-2, improve on his Sector 2 time enough to maybe get by Scratty Rat, who currently sits about 28 thousandths ahead. And Aero Cobra 200ths up. That might be enough to get by Scratty Rat in front of him. As Roman Fuggles come across the line, to probably begin a lap, I assume. With his ERS, I'm not 100% sure. Coming out the final corner, Aero Cobra. Where will this time put him? 200ths up. With DRS enabled, ERS out. Aero Cobra with the P2 just behind his teammate Brute Gorgon. That is a Ferrari 1-2 there. Scratty Rat hopefully to improve on his lap. He's on his out lap currently. Lovely Fungus. Heading out the exit of Sector 1. How much has he improved by? 2/10. That'll put him right ahead of actually, I might keep him right behind Scratty Rat. He only improves by that much. Ghibli MSU starts lap. New full-time driver for Williams. KDX Breyer 1/10 down. That is all the people in their laps right now. Roman Fungus in Sector 2. Well, will his time improve by 400ths? As it stands right now, he'll be sat just behind Scratty Rat and the Alfa Romeo. And he puts himself in the barrier. That's a very hard crash. Williams 600ths up. Kostek is actually 2/10 up on his previous Sector 2 time. That'll put him ahead of Ghibli MSU. Or, excuse me, yeah, it would have put him ahead of Ghibli MSU for sure. Maybe Ricochet, depending on how much he improves. Penultimate corner. Very close to invalidation, but he's just fine there. Coming out the final corner, DRS enabled. Still has some ERS up to conserve. He'll move to the P5 with a 108.963. Might have a Ricochet, winner of the first race of the season. Ghibli MSU, Ricochet's teammate at Williams. He's improving his time, but by how much? We'll put him ahead of Ricochet. P4 with a 108.939. 8F1 Master, Tier 2 driver, reserving for Tier 1, P6. GSR Pluto on an invalidated lap time for him. He'll be going into the pits. V2 Combat is on a valid lap though. Clips the grass. That could very well affect his lap time. Aero Cobra is retired from this session. Coming out the final corner. It's not going to be enough. And he tries going, almost hits the barrier too. And that is qualifying over. Now, my commentary is going to be a bit lackluster, and I just want to apologize for that right off the bat. That's because I'm solo commentating Tier 3, and my voice is already kind of just gone. And overall, I'm just kind of tired, so I just want to apologize before anything. Guys, wait for Smoking Ginger and Elias to retire, and same with V2. We'll get to our starting grid. AF1 Master actually got ahead of Kostag by only 1/1000th of a second. Both the AlphaTauris very close on pace, and it shows. Amazing stuff by those two. As we continue to wait for Elias NLG 15 and Smoking Ginger 51 to retire. I'll try to message both of them. I'll do my pre-race bets on the formation lap, Riku. Don't you worry. Let's wait for him to retire from the session. And hasn't happened yet. Continue to wait. Smoking Ginger's retired. And there's Elias finally. Anyways, Brute Gorgon and Scratty Rat. The pole position only separated by 0.08 of a second. And AR Crobo's just behind him by only 52 thousandths back of Brute Gorgon. That is a very close qualifying session between those two. Triple MSU will also get the second row next to Aero Cobra. Rumbly Fungus and AF1 Master will get the third row. AF1 Master, Tier 2 full-time driver, likely up to Tier 1 after this. Kostag and Ricochet 7th and 8th, showing some great pace in qualifying. Running your top 10s, Peeve9 Magic and KDX Briar, the two Red Bull duos. The only people that did qualifying in the mediums were GSR Pluto and GSR Luck. And that is it. We're in for a good one, folks. Top two are very close. And it seems to be a dry race, bit overcast though, could be a chance of rain. I'm not sure about weather, I've not been informed about it yet. But we'll find out along the way, I guess. It's gonna be a thrower one today, I can already tell. As we wait for everyone to load into the formation lap, GSR Luck is already hit ready. I'll go over my favorites for the race once everyone loads in. Seconds remain until we get to the formation lap, and nerves are going to definitely start building. On the formation lap, I'll begin to go over my favorites. First one right off the bat, I'd say Aero Cobra. Honestly, he's just been up front the entire season for all the races he has taken part in. And not only that, he's qualifying P3 right now. He's already won a race this season at Hungary, the closest Tier 1 finish at least to date. Yeah, not only that, I think the entire Ferrari team's looking really good now with Brute Gorgon in P1 right now. Just nothing more to say to it really. They all just look really strong in qualifying, both the Ferraris. They had really strong seasons already. Brute Gorgon was actually the points leader at one point after Hungary. Just a really consistent driver. I feel like at some point his win's gonna be coming. And my third pick is gonna be Scratty Rat. He's, ever since joining the league through Kostag, He's been absolutely rapid. So we're gonna see if he can maybe get his first win today. Because if it's not today, it's gonna happen at some point. He will get it eventually. But 36 laps here at the Zandvoort circuit. People are not really too enthusiastic about this race, understandably so for a few. A brand new track can bring a lot of fear into some people. And for some people it could bring them a lot of confidence. Just a matter of how you look at the race. As Brute Gorgon and Screddy Wreck come to the end of the formation lap right now. Nerves are building up for these drivers, and I guarantee for everyone watching right now, nerves are building up for that too. I can tell you my nerves are building up for everyone in the field right now. I'm not even racing, I can only imagine how they're feeling. But yep, 5 drivers elected to start on tires that aren't the soft compound, 2 being on hards, GSR Pluto and Atlantis, and 3 being mediums, Elias NLG15, GSR Luck, and Smoking Ginger. There's going to be a few alternating strategies throughout this entire race. It's all up to safety cars as Sky Jets lines up to the line. We're going to get ready now for this race. Anyways, 1 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, or nope, I can't count, 5 lights, and it's lights out, and somebody's lagging. Away we go, sorry. Screddy Wreck gets off to an amazing start. Brute Gorgon was caught lacking off the line. Jaboli MSU already up the P3s, jumped Aerial Cobra off the line. They remain side by side for a lead off in the turn 2. And Brute Gorgon has lost P1. Here comes AF1 Master to the inside. Rapid start by him. Bit of contact between him and Aerial Cobra. Side by side, Romney Fungus, Kostagar. And Kostagar come out on top in that battle. AlphaTauri's moving themselves up in the P6 and P5 respectively. Side by side, Elias NLG and V2 Combat both having amazing starts for them right now. Elias NLG will tuck in right behind the Renault, right behind his front wing. Sky Jets remains last right now. And already field starting to settle down a bit. Yellow Sector 1, that is a Renault 20 runs V2 Combat. And Sky Jets has actually spun too, I didn't even see that. KDX Pryor has lagged out. I'll see if I can get him re-invited. Yeah, Sky Jets has just now gotten it fired back up, and now everyone's starting to settle in. Sky Rasmussen at 1 spot, Brute Gorgon's lost 1, and Jab has moved up 1 as well. Cobra has lost 1. 8 has gained 2, and so has Kostag. Good start by him. Sky Rats fastest lap right off the get-go. Nothing throughout the field. I think it might just maybe lag from KDX Brian. There's the alternate strategy by AWS that's completely useless to us right now. We do not need that at all. Now, I have not looked at the chat at all. I do not know if rain will be coming or not. And there's Scotty just already pitting for a new front wing. He maybe collide with V2 Combat. I'm not sure. Kostak tucking in behind his teammate. It's Elias. And there's someone spun off. Probably actually went off. Half a wing. Maybe he got hit off. Still skating through the grass. You'll 100% have to pit now. There's Sky Jets going onto new medium tires. There'll be Fungus and Ricochet. Side by side into the chicane. They'll try holding it. And that's Ricochet. Back through by Rumbley Fungus. Now Ricochet will have to get by the 2 AlphaTauris in front of him who tucked themselves comfortably in the P5 and P6. 8F1 Master, remember he's actually a Tier 2 driver, making his mark. He is top 5 in Tier 1 right now. Again, AWS, we do not need that right now. Completely useless to us. But in a turn 1, will there be any moves made? I saw someone tuck out its V2 with the fastest lap already. With a 1:12.521. That's probably with the 5-second stop over speeding in the pit lane. As if his race couldn't already get worse. Brute Gorgon hasn't really let Screddy Wreck get away from him though. They have remained right on close to each other. Since DRS is enabled, could we see maybe an overtake by Brute Gorgon for a lead? So one of these drivers will be making their marks as the first winner of the Dutch Grand Prix. And depending on how popular this race is, the only winner of the Dutch Grand Prix. So they'll be wanting to make their marks right now. But heading into the chicane, Brute conserving his ERS will be just fine. No battles in the back when it comes to passing. And we're just trying to conserve their front wings and cars in general, you know, for the rest of the race. There's still 30-something laps to go. F1 Master close up to the back of Aero Cobra very closely there. Was not enough though. GSR Pluto, last weekend's winner, has been having an absolutely shocking race. He's P11 right now behind the last NLG. And he's not doing good at V2 Combat and GSR Luck swapping positions. I'm sorry for missing that. V2 Combat going wide, Luck trying to fight back and gain P12 back as Yellow Sector 1. Atlantis is out. Will that be a safety car? Yep, it is. Now everyone can catch their breaths a bit right now, including me. Maybe I heard a bit of contact there. Was it maybe a time penalty worthy? Maybe it might have just been me. Not sure. Describer has comfortably set himself P1 for Alfa Romeo, with Brute Gorgon and P2 just behind. F1 Master and Kostak have remained P5 and P6 since the beginning of this race. Let's look at the biggest winners and losers from that start right there. Biggest winner out of that start was the last LG15, started P13, has gained 3 spots so far, up to P10 right now. Biggest loser of all of that is probably Magic right now. Started P9, lost P6 right now. It's Brute Gorgon with the 5-second stop go. That's going to really affect this race. And the 3 drivers that opted to stay out, or 4, excuse me, would be KDX Prix, our last NLG 15, GSR Pluto, and Smoking Ginger. Everyone's that opted to stay out, or at least ones that gained positions. Everyone else has pit, and that last has rage, rightfully so. But that 5-second stop go could be huge for this race. Let's check what tires they pit on. Most of them pit onto new hard or medium tires, but 4 of them pit onto brand new hard tires. Those would be Aero Cobra, V2 Combat, F1 Master, and Lux retired under safety car. Where's he crashed at? Oh, turn 3. That is a very treacherous spot, even under safety car conditions too. It's a shame for him. He's been having good runs when it comes to points finishes lately. And it will end into a barrier in turn 3 under safety car. As we wait for everyone to catch up, next lap, safety car probably will be coming in. And we're trying our best to keep their tires heated up. That's wing damage for a Ferrari. As Brute Gorgon gets a 5-second penalty on top of that. I just cut the tail end of that one. He caught up with Jab. I don't think Jab got a penalty for it. Brute, along with the 5-second stop go he has, he's going to have 2 stop goes combined to serve at the end of the race. That'll really affect his chances on taking it. They're running towards the front at all. And Brute's gonna go into the pits to repair his front wing and serve his stop go penalties right now. It's probably very frustrating for him right now. Really imagine how angry he is. My position's being swapped in our safety car right now. Ricochet and Aero Cobra, that was. Did I see splashes of rain, or was that just me? That might just be me. Hopefully it is. But, well, for the drivers I hope it is. Because if it rains, this race is gonna be thrown completely upside down. So KDX Prix and the last NLG have control of the field right now. I think it might be rain. I don't know. I've been looking at a TV screen for the past 4 hours. I'm not used to that, so yeah, it is. It definitely is rain. That is not what these drivers that came into the pits wanted to see, because track position is key at a track like Zandvoort, and that is safety car in this lap. It is starting to sprinkle. KDX Prix has control of the field for this restart. But will we stack up the field? Will we just go right off the bat? I don't know, last LG. Oh, very close there. We'll see what KDX does in this restart. And he's going now. Off the penultimate corner into the banked curve on the last corner. And he slows it down again. And now he goes. Away he goes now, trying to get KDX Breyer. Trying to get Elias and GSR Pluto out of his slipstream. Pluto's not going to allow that to happen though. So he's tucking right behind the Red Bull driver. Elias almost collided him. And here comes Rummy Fungus to the inside of Kostag, who's just pit. Jab's doing the same thing. Fungus is going wide though, as Kostag right back by. Swick and Ginger's already fallen through the pack loads. Ricochet's about to get by him too. But this rain's going to start really affecting drivers. Ricochet might be starting to get very impatient behind the Haas of Swick and Ginger. Is going to the inside and left-hander before DRS straight, and he will make it work. No issues there. AlphaTauri, 8F1 Master, caught behind F2 or V2 Combat, excuse me. And the Renault going very wide. That is a V2 going into the gravel in the chicane. He'll probably most likely be put back to P14. Only Scotty Jets will be behind him. Scratty sizing up Elias for a battle here, trying to get himself back up in the podium position. Here he comes into turn 1. Scratty won't be enough. It will not, but he's going to go for a lunge, and they both collide. Kostag is the only reason why they don't have any damage. That's Elias into the wall. Elias and Kostag have crashed. There's no front wing for that McLaren. Kostag equally much as well. And that is another virtual safety car. That could have ended a lot worse in turn 1 with Scratty Rat and Elias. Both of them could have had major wing damage there. That's Elias going into the grass with no front wing. Check out a braking board along with it. And that's going to put Rumbly Fungus in net P1 right now. Ricochet with a drive-through penalty for speeding. As it stands right now, they have KDX Breyer and GSR Pluto have a 2-second buffer over Rumbly Fungus right now. But currently behind him would be Ghibli MSU and Scratty Rat. Smoking Ginger continue to move down the field. Smoking Ginger is getting passed by everybody right now. About to be passed by V2 as well. DRS has been enabled. I don't know what's up with Smoking Ginger. That is... Oh no! Into the pits. He'll be reset onto the track. He'll be unable to pit. That might get him disqualified if he tries doing that. He'll be fine though. That was a very weird place to crash. He just lost it off the banked turn. And away the car went for him. But currently Rumbly Fungus has closed the gap by over a second between him and GSR Pluto right now. And KDX Breyer is actually starting to pull away from the racing point behind him. Skyjets and Smoking Ginger having a battle back here. Did not last too long though. It's unfortunate for Elias and Kostag. It's not what they wanted to see from them. Jab tucking right behind Rumbly Fungus. Hoping to get a piece of the battle for the lead. That's going to happen here shortly with GSR Pluto and KDX Breyer. Probably Magic actually sizing up 8F1 Master for possibly P7 right here. Into turn 1, here we go. Actually, there's a battle up here. We have to focus on Jab. Almost got it there. But here comes Parabi Magic to the outside in turn 1 of 8F1 Master. And he will not make it. He will make it work. In turn 2, he has cleared him. Amazing move by Parabi Magic there. And now Aid's starting to visibly struggle on his 4-lap old hards. Rumbly's closed up into DRS range of GSR Pluto. Who GSR Pluto is also in DRS range of KDX Breyer. So could we see a DRS train start forming here? Not yet, clearly. It's still 1.1 back. Just the slightest bit out of DRS. for all these guys. Jab sizing up to move on. Rumbly Fungus here. Who doesn't have a DRS yet. Rumbly trying his best to get DRS. I think Jab knows that he's faster, maybe. This one's again move on with Rumbly. And might make his move right now. Coming off the banked corner, final corner. DRS enabled, 4/10 back. That gap's gonna ever so decrease right now as we speak. Pit window's open, you can put on the mediums right now for a one stop. But they're now side by side in the turn 1. Jab just doesn't have enough traction, but they're still side by side. They remain side by side through turn 2 and turn 3. Amazing racing we're seeing here. Nobody giving them any inch of room. Jab is stuck right to the gearbox for Rumbly Fungus. The move will not be made this time. And Jab will have to stick behind the back of that Mercedes for just a lap or two more. GSR Pluto's actually gone close to the back of our current race leader, KDX Breyer. Will this be the move for the lead right here? Into chicane, it will not be. But Jab has made it work on Rumbly Fungus now. And now it's going to be Jab's job to hopefully chase down GSR Pluto in the pack in front with KDX Breyer in the Rumble. With DRS enabled for GSR Pluto and overtake on. This is his lead to take right now. Into turn 1. And he'll make it work. Not quite. Actually makes contact with KDX Breyer. Almost spins him around. Other than that, it remains clean. B2 Combat gets by Brute Gorgon for P9. Brute tries fighting back, but can't muster a fight to him. Rumbly is stuck right behind Jab. Could this be one of these races where it's not wet enough for intermediates? Because the rain hasn't exactly gotten heavier since it started. So I feel like it could be one of these kind of races. Well, wait, only time will tell with this. We'll have to find out. We'll train with Scratty Rat on back, starting to form right here. From 5th to 8th, there's a bit of a train starting to form, and from behind him, V2 trying to catch up to it. DRS enabled for Aerial Cobra on Scratty Rat. And a move will not be made. Cobra will remain P6. Will Jab have DRS on KDX Breyer in front, only 0.1 off. That's V2 with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. First time any of this race probably. But Rumbly's not putting it on overtake though. Into turn 1 will not work. Aerial Cobra might make one work on Scratty Rat though. Into turn 1, nothing. They'll think better of it. Wise decision by them. But Jab has got himself in DRS range as KDX Breyer is visibly struggling on the 12-lap Old Sauce right now. Just went wide in turn 3. Not sure if that's tire wear or the rain. Or maybe even both. Either or. He's visibly struggling right now. Could GSR Pluto's alternate strategy work out for him in the end though? On staying out on the hards. We'll see though. Jab in DRS range. Overall, KDX Breyer up in front in the Red Bull. And he'll enable it right now. Will Jab be able to make the move into the chicane? Make 2 and 1. Or at least win the last 2 laps. He will not. On the main straight, it's definitely his position though. Penultimate corner. And that's Jab into the wall. No. I was just about to bring up how easy it is to mess up on that final corner. And Jab just proving it to me right now. That's actually probably magic around. Hard hit for 8F1 Master. Oh, goodness. And that is a VSC and an AlphaTauri in the middle of the track. I caught the tail end of that. What a hard hit for the AlphaTauri. But thankfully this was virtual. As Brute Gorgon takes the opportunity to pit, I think it's the driver he collided with. That is Brute Gorgon's second wing change since the beginning of this race. Not going to be too pleased about that one. But covered on all that, Jab messing up on the penultimate corner almost had the car saved. And V2 with the drive-through. His race could not get any worse for him right now, as he thinks he can fight through the field and hopefully get through. And that's just when he falls off. But Jab, with the wing damage, has lost his P2. It's Rumbly Fungus's P2 now. They're side by side. They hits KDX Breyer off. KDX will not be too happy about that. His tires are already worn enough, and he's struggling with the rain enough. That's just going to make it so much worse. Cover will not have DRS on Scratty Rat ahead of him. Probably Magic will have DRS on V2 Combat ahead though. Jaboli MSU probably pitting for a new front wing, and KDX Breyer pits for new tires. He will not be close enough to make a move on V2 Combat. And now the gaps have started to neutralize a bit. Not really many battles going on track right now, apart from the one between Pravi Magic and V2 Combat. That's not the race 8F1 Master probably won it at all. Held into the tire barrier on the main straight. And AlphaTauri's 5th and 6th place was dwindled within a few laps. Unfortunate for that team and their constructors' hopes. But Red Bull actually caught themselves right back up in 6th and 7th right now. Pravi's on the last place at one point, and KDX was towards the back as well after lap 1. They're gonna pick up some quality points here for their team. With DRS enabled, probably Magic trying to get by V2. He's just not close enough to make a move into the chicane. Off the penultimate corner. Will we see anyone mess up? Again, I mean, it's so easy if you just get on the throttle just a tad too early. You're gonna be into the barrier on the next side of the track. And KDX Breyer got really close to V2 Combat because he locked up, but it will not be a move, unfortunately. And that is Ghibli MSU coming out of the pits with new hard tires. That is his second pit stop within the last 3 laps. Jab also having race Q1. He was running P2, but again messed up on the final corner. And just lost it all, everything he gained. Now he's caught behind Brute Gorgon and Scotty Jets. Yeah, Brute Gorgon with massive oversteer there. The rain's starting to get to these guys. I feel like the rain's getting lighter though. And if it's not getting lighter, it's not getting any heavier. Here's Brute Gorgon to the inside to get by the AI of Scotty Jets pretty easy. And Jab will probably do the same thing here in this next corner. And he will do the same thing. And V2 Combat pits on his 10-lap-old hard tires. What tire will he go onto? Oh, he was serving his drive-through, that's right. Actually, only lost 2 positions out of that. Brute Gorgon will stay behind him. Williams duo Ricochet and Jab willing to get by Brute Gorgon, do anything it takes. AlphaTauri getting pretty close to the back of the Haas there, going into the grass to get by him. Definitely made the maneuver look cool. Up in the P11 that AlphaTauri is. Jab and Ricochet have close to get the Brute Gorgon though. Brute is definitely struggling in these conditions right now. And probably with his tires struggling to get them heated up too compared to Ricochet, who's already gotten his 7-lap-old softs heated up. And Jab's actually fallen out of the DRS range of Brute Gorgon up ahead of him. 2/10 out of it now. Ricochet's gaining on Jab by a considerable amount of time. DRS enabled for the other Williams driver, Ricochet. Will not be close enough to make a move into the chicane. Probably saving his ERS for the main straight, I'd assume. Field's starting to get pretty spread out now. 4/10 back now, Yellow Sector 1. That is a Red Bull. I was just talking about how good of constructors they were having as KDX brought him to the wall in turn 3. That is where GSR luck crashed. But Ricochet will not make a move on jab his teammate, and as KDX visibly struggling with wing damage, and V2 closing up on him quickly. Rebel were having such a good day, picking up quality points, and just like that, and almost like the snap of a finger, it all went. It's unfortunate for them. And then that's going to be KDX Breyer clawing his way back to the pit lane with half a front wing. And around Zandvoort track, it's pretty big on downforce. That is not good at all. And into the gravel he will go again. He was having a pretty good race as well, running P6. And into pit lane he will go. But Ricochet's close to come himself back up into DRS Givoli MSU on the straight there. He used a bit of his ERS, I assume. Will he have DRS on the main straight though, because that can make or break an entire gap at a truck like this. Actually, GSR Pluto took the halfway point just earlier. KDX Breyer, just add on to those woes. 5-second stop cut for speeding. But anyways, Ricochet with DRS now. And KDX Breyer pits onto the intermediates. Is it even time yet? I don't even see any spray coming off these cars. We'll see if it's the right strategy call, I guess. But intermediates, I think it's just way too early for intermediates. I don't think it's time. I don't even know if it'll be intermediates condition the entire race. Enters, yeah, KDX Breyer's using almost a tenth of every corner on the intermediate tires. Actually, well, he was gaining time there on a last NLG. Kind of stayed silent there because I thought I was incorrect on my assumption. Yeah, he's bleeding time right now. Very wrong strategy call by him. But anyways, Ricochet's been closer to a jab this lap than he has the entire race before that. Through the penultimate corner, getting a good run off here, and the final one he can determine an entire maneuver for an overtake maybe. With DRS enabled into turn 1, he just won't be close enough, unfortunately, for Ricochet. Currently, the only battle going on track right now is that one. As Elias will pit, what tires will he be going onto? Onto the medium compound. There's a lot of alternating strategies in this race, which could decide a lot of finishing positions right now. There's Sky Jets, who's on AI mode right now, about to get by KDX Breyer, and the Red Bull, who's struggling on intermediates. Unsure why he even pit onto those tires. Very incorrect strategy call for him. I mean, maybe in the next few laps it will get heavier, but right now it just isn't the time. Ricochet only 2/10 back from jab into the chicane. It will not happen though, not this time around at least. They're very close to the back of him. Sky has gotten by KDX for 11th place. Out the final corner, jab gets the better exit. And that's Ricochet going into the pits. What tire will he go on to? Oh, very late. That could have been speeding. That was a very quick pit lane entry. He'll be fine though. He's going on to the intermediates. It's just not the time. Unless he's timing it perfectly, I don't think it's the right... I don't know. It's too early, I feel. Yeah, Ricochet's already struggling on those tires. He's lost 4/10 in one corner. Though KDX is catching up to Scotty Jets, Scotty isn't AI, so I'll take that with a grain of salt. So we should be looking at Ricochet and see how much time he's gaining the caustic up ahead. He's losing so much time to him. Probably Magic's closed the gap between him and Aerial Cobra. Got himself within DRS range, I think. Currently on different strategies. Probably's on 16-lap old mediums, while Aerial Cobra's on 16-lap old hards. Probably struggling more. struggling a lot more than Cobra is. Yeah, Ricochet's bleeding time, so the car's up ahead. Not the race strategy call for the Williams driver. And Runway Fungus and GSR Pluto getting pretty close. Only 5/10 separate those two, with DRS and Runway Fungus as well. Will not be close enough for the move to be made though. On the main straight, it is entirely possible for it to happen. We'll see here coming off the final corner. Will they attempt to move? Yellow sector, that's Scratty Rat out! Scratty Rat's retired! That has flipped this race over completely. Rumbly and GSR Pluto head into the pits. What tires will they go on to? Onto softs and mediums. GSR Pluto goes onto the medium tires. Rumbly will go onto the softs, maybe anticipating the rain to get heavier. Aero Cobra, he'll go onto the intermediates. Probably will go on to the hard compound. There were all four of the 5 tires were used in that one pit stop alone. So many different strategies going on right now. V2 going into the intermediates. And is Brugger going to the intermediates as well? He's going into the mediums. Jabuli MSU, what tire is he going on to? He's going onto the medium tire. Costa going onto the intermediates. There are so many different strategies. This could be giving GSR Pluto his 3rd win in a row. Imagine if that happened. I think Aero Cobra is struggling to catch up the Rumbly under safety car alone. Let alone imagine what it'll be when it comes in later. And probably is actually struggling quite a bit on the hard compound tires, struggling for traction too, but I can only assume Aero Cobra is as well. I don't know if very much alternating strategies. KDX Spires into the pits right now. He just pit for new intermediates. Pravi's pitting. Is he going onto the inners? He's going onto the mediums. Interesting call by them. The hards were already heated up a decent amount. They've already been raced already. You just got onto new tires. That'll take a lot longer to heat up. Look at those tire compounds. It looks so weird. I don't know. I have a feeling anyone who went into the intermediates are just kind of dumb. Hopefully I'm wrong. Oh, that's probably Magic spun under his safety car. Has damaged his wing trying to get it turned around. And he's lost 3 positions. AF1 Masters Rage after retiring on lap 11. But everyone's not caught up yet. There might be another lap of his safety car. Yep, and there will be another lap of the safety car period. This will give more time for the rain to maybe come down harder. And if it doesn't come down any harder, I mean, I don't see any there actually is a bit of spray coming from these cars now. It's not much, but it's noticeable. Actually, I don't know. And Runway Fungus? Nope, not going into the pits. Aero Cobra peels into the pits. What tire is he going onto? Brute Gorgon stays out. Cobra's going onto the mediums. He's realizing his mistake. And I think Pravi's done the same thing. He's going... He's actually staying on the intermediates and pitting for a new front wing. All the strategies going on right now. Can't really keep up at this point. As we were going to be waiting for Smoking Ginger and Scotty Jets and KDX Breyer and everyone behind them to catch up to the field. Will come in this lap. Not everybody's caught up. There's still KDX Breyer and Scotty Jets that have yet to catch up. It might have to come in this lap. I don't know how much longer they can stay out for. But yep, it is coming in this lap. Will GSR Pluto stack up the field immensely. And this is where we're going to see what was the correct strategy. Because half these guys are on the intermediates and half these guys are on the combination of the dry tires or medium. On the medium tires or soft tires. I don't know, we're just going to see right now, see which strategy was the correct one. As GSR Pluto gets away, will he stack up the field again on this corner? He has a history doing that. He might stack it up again. He will not. We are away now. Maybe the alt-inners was not the correct strategy. Time is being lost. It's actually very hard to tell right now. I think time's being gained. V2 is gaining time on Rumbly Fungus. GSR Pluto and Rumbly are struggling immensely on these tires right now. Kostag is going through Brute Gorgon. Or just got through Elias for P6. The intermediate strategy might be it's hard to tell. Because they're losing so much time at certain spots in the track. We'll just have to wait and see if the rain gets heavier. Kostag getting so much time on Brute's Yellow Sector 3. Scotty Jets is retired. V2 isn't really gaining much on Rumbly. Or Pluto. But Kostag's getting so much on Brute. I don't know what the strategy here is. Rumbly, they're all visibly struggling though. To a penultimate corner right here. This guy just has raged. No DRS until lap 28. Kostag will not be close enough to make a move on Brute Gorgon, but has enabled. Elias has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings of corner cutting. V2 starting to gain a lot of time now. Elias is going into the pits right now. V2 going really late on the brakes, trying to gain some time here. Makes himself lose some more. Elias going out to intermediates now. All these guys are starting to transfer onto the intermediate tires. It might be time right now. I think it's a really weird and awkward crossover period right now. It's hard to tell which tires are correct. Kostag's closer to Brute Gorgon than ever right now. Less than 3/10 back. Loses all that corner though. And Kostag's lost a ton to Brute Gorgon. Is the rain starting to get lighter already? It could be possible. But Jabs actually caught himself back up to Kostag, who's on the intermediates. V2 with a second 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, and V2's peeling into the pits. What tire is he going on to? What tire will V2 Combat go on to? He's going to go into the soft tires. He doesn't think the track is wide enough to justify an intermediate switch. That's where he'll put himself right now. And that's putting Pluto and Rumbly in a pretty good spot right now. We'll check those two penalties. GSR Pluto has not a one warning at all. And Rumbly only has one warning. And Brute has 5 seconds he's already served. So I don't think the race will be decided off penalties. I think it'll be decided off true pace right here. DRS enabled for the Mercedes of Rumble Fungus. He will not be close enough for a move to be made though. Triple MSU might be though. DRS enabled, overtake on into the chicane. And hits him off a bit. They continue to collide. Very tight racing between these two. Probably Magic getting his nose in, trying to get his nose in there. He'll keep himself in P6 and Jab will keep himself in P5. Rumbly's closing up ahead. It will not be enough for a move up there though. There might be a move right here for P4. Kostag trying to defend out all of his life for that position. But it will not be enough. More contact between these two. Probably Magic making it 3 wide. And that's Kostag around into the wall for the second time. He's going to be so frustrated. That's his second time this race he's collided with somebody. They were 3 wide off the exit at turn 1 with the completely different strategies in the dries and wet tires. It just wasn't going to work. But now it can be Pravi's job to hopefully take P4 away from Jeb. DRS enabled for the Mercedes behind him. Will it be enough to make a move into turn 1? Or turn 1, yeah, the chicane. It will not be enough. But there could be a move made for P4. Probably Magic could get close enough. He will not as well. Coming at the final corner, DRS enabled for Rumbly Fungus right about now. As we come to 7 laps to go in this race. This race can be turned. Remember, with only 3 laps to go in the Tier 3 race earlier today, the safety car came out with only 3 laps to go. So, a late safety car is not off the table here. And Rumbly getting very loose off the exit turn 2. Has to go very late with his braking point. Lost him a bit of time there. As Kostag with a 5-second, we're speeding in the pit lane. His race could just not get any worse, could it? As Kostag goes into the new soft tires. The only intermediate runners left out on track are Elias and LG. And Pravi Magic, or yes, Pravi Magic. Who is struggling to gain on Jab right now. With DRS enabled for Rumbly Fungus. Not be close enough, unfortunately. Got right on the back of the Racing Point's gearbox though. And one stat I'd like to point out for Racing Point right now, when it comes to like wins combined with every single tier, McLaren and Racing Point are tied with 16 wins. This could be that tiebreaker. Racing Point could become the most victorious team in this league if GSR Pluto wins today. And all he has to do is just hold on for 6 laps with pressure with Rumbly Fungus behind. That's all he'll have to do. And chat, that is correct. 1 safety car. All that needs to happen. And Rumbly Fungus really close in turn 3. That's all that needs to happen. Going very wide. Here comes Rumbly Fungus in the grass to the inside. You're not giving an inch. That's Rumbly Fungus around and spinning around. Does not hit the wall though. He kept it off the wall. Well, until then, but no damage for him. And Rumbly Fungus goes from P2 to P5. And that might have just given GSR Pluto this race. And had Brute just not gotten those 5-second stop goes for colliding with someone under safety car and speeding in the pit lane, that could be Brute in P1 right now. And that's probably really nagging at him right now. Now it's going to be Brute's job to maybe get back by GSR Pluto and avenge Rumbly Fungus. And Rumbly's falling down the order very quickly. Those tires are probably fried after spinning. And Rumbly Fungus definitely very angry about that one. V2 will have DRS and Ricochet. We'll hopefully close that gap, maybe go for a move in the chicane next lap or sometime within this next lap or two. And Ricochet going very wide though, as V2 has new soft tires, and so is normally Fungus with the wing change as well. And this is pretty much GSR Pluto's win. Then again, we were saying that just earlier about Just a Human and how he was probably going to Tier 3 race earlier. But he led 34 laps and did not win that race. And there's also, as a car upside down. Okay then. Kostag has flipped over right before the entrance to pit road. That's a very weird crash. I don't even know what to say. Both the AlphaTauris have had some pretty bad crashes there today. 8F1 Master on lap 11, and just recently Kostag, but now here comes V2 Combat to the outside as Smoking Ginger is spun around in Sector 2. To the outside, V2 Combat will make that move work, but Ricochet is, oh, that's V2, that's a good save. Jab's crashed. Oh my god, that corner is treacherous for so many drivers. But V2 almost lost the car right there, and that could have been another crash in the same spot as Jab just did. And Jab's pitting will probably remain P6. Depends how long his pit stop takes. And Kostag gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. He's been upside down. He's in the gravel too. You just can't find any luck, can he? Anyways, so we focus back up to the front. V2 tucking in right behind Ricochet as Kostag moves out of the way to let V2 and Rumbly by. All that, and that's yellow flag for Kostag once more. Once we get to lap 34, I think the safety car will be unable to come out. That's Kostag crashed once again. And once Pluto crosses the line, there will be no safety car confirmed. The safety car will not come out for the rest of this race. Now all GSR Pluto needs to do, and that's Kostag out of this session, but it does not matter, there will be no safety car. Brute Gorgon has closed the gap immensely though, and here goes V2 to the inside of Ricochet. Will we get Pravi with a nave? Oh, that is very close, that almost got Pravi involved. Pravi was just an innocent bystander there, almost got collected in it. But they both gained a time on Pravi Magic somehow. And going to the outside of the Rebels, struggling on the old intermediate tires. Really struggling badly. Gets a snap of oversteer, probably letting the Williams by, knowing he's faster, unfortunately for him. Aero Cobra really close to the back of Jab as well. Will there be any move made here? There will not. Gap continues to increase between him and Jab. Ricochet trying his best to remain within striking distance of V2. Brute Gorgon's closed that gap immensely, actually. He's closed it within a second in the last lap. And Ricochet not close enough to get to him with DRS. Now, oh my god. Brute has crashed from second place. This is GSR Pluto's win. I don't see how it isn't. From second place, Brute Gorgon has crashed right where Kostag, 8F1 Master, Jab, and many others have had treacherous issues there. So there's only a lap and a half to go. All GSR Pluto needs to do is just hold on. I mean, it's very well likely that GSR Pluto could crash at the spot where Brute and all the others have crashed as well. But the rating has settled down though. I feel like the chances of that happening now is... Yep, and if Pluto wins this race, this will be his third Tier 1 win in a row. That streak started at Baku after holding off Aero Cobra. Won the race last week at Bahrain to have a restart for a mass disconnection. And now the final two corners, he's about to take the last lap and take his third Tier 1 win. And his 7th GSR win in total. at least in F1 cars, and F2's been very successful as well. If you count F2, this will be his 10th GSR win combined through all series. Remember, he won the Tier 2 championship last season by only 14 points for GSR Hamilton. That's V2 Combat going by Brute Gorgon. Brute will have DRS, but it really will not affect him. As Ricochet thinking about a move on Brute, and Brute going very wide into the gravel. Ricochet actually almost spins it. Proby's out of the session. He's crashed right where so many others have too. And there's his remains of his car, battered. So many crashes in that one section of the track. And that's probably scaring Pluto a bit. He knows he's going to have to take it easy on that final corner. But he has a 16-second buffer over V2 Combat. This is his race to win. L Sector 1, that is for Smoking Ginger, who's spun around, had a horrible race. But coming through the penultimate corner. Now going on to the banked final corner. Unless he crashes right here, GSR Pluto is a triple winner in Tier 1. 3 wins in a row for Racing Point and GSR Pluto. He will take the checkered flag. And V2 Combat, on track he will take P2, but off of penalties he will not be able to keep it, unfortunately. Ricochet will get right by him. Rumbly Fungus and Brute had a bit of a battle go on there. Brute having half a front wing. And Rumbly crashing himself in the P4. I'll get all these guys in the party. That was an amazing race. Not sure how many of these guys have mics. I know Pluto has one. But we'll get him all into the party. Hello, Pluto. Make sure to include your audio if you haven't done so already.
Yep, hello.
Alright, so I'll just start with you right off the bat. 3 wins in a row in Tier 1 GSR. Going into this season, did you expect anything close to that?
Dance. I have no idea how I'm doing this, but I'm just happy that I am.
Yeah, you've had consistent form all season and just been absolutely amazing. With your alternate strategy, like, where you were starting in the race as well, did you think you even had a chance at this victory?
No, but I knew I'd climb places by starting on the hards, because in pre-season of ARL I did like 30 laps of hard tyres and they never felt worn. So I knew they could go, well, as long as I wanted. Then the safety car came out to let me put the mediums on until the end, and that's when I thought I actually had a chance of winning.
Yeah, and how did you deal with those conditions on track 2? Because there were so many crashes on track 2. How was that last corner as well? Because so many cars crashed there. How did you just keep it straight?
Yeah, the banking curves were absolutely disgusting. I nearly spun out of the final turn about 6 times. I had to take turn, is it 3, the bowl. I had to take that ridiculously slowly to not spin. I ended up nearly spinning, which is why, was it Rum the Fungus who was next to me? Yeah, that's how he got next to me. And yeah, I have no idea how I didn't crash.
Yep, and I would say co-commentator had any more questions for you, but going solo again today, so got nothing. So I don't think V2 is joining, so Ricochet, move on to you. That was an amazing drive by you. You had 4 stops in that race. You had to repair your wing at least once. Did you think after your wing breaking, I think, after the first time, did you think your race was over? And then also include your audio if you haven't already.
To be honest, no, because I was expecting another safety car and always have to be a bit optimistic, you know. Yeah. I also had about the wing damage. Yeah, I did think there would be a safety car, but didn't think I would get second at least. Not in the position I am now. I was really lucky. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, you had an absolutely amazing race. You were battling with everyone throughout the entire field. How much did you enjoy those battles you were having? Because it definitely was. It wasn't the most quiet race for you. You were usually in some sort of battle.
Yeah, yeah, I was in a lot of battles as well. Also, the fact that I had a drive-through penalty as well from speeding in a virtual safety car. Had a few battles, a bit with my teammate and some other people.
Yep, and I don't think I got anyone else, so that's all I have. Tomorrow we'll be heading off to Zandvoort once again for Tier 2's fifth race of the season for the Dutch Grand Prix as well. It'll be a pretty good race for that one as well. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK. It's going to be quite the good one. This is GSR Streams signing out. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.